All right, welcome back to the Untitled podcast and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Brian Thomas and I have a guest with me on today's edition of the podcast. It is one of my closer friends, Aiden Milikowski. Aiden, you could introduce yourself.
I'm Aiden. I'm turning 17 soon and glad to be here.
All right, nice, nice. Um, yeah, I just figured for the past couple episodes, I've been recording these by myself, and I kind of wanted to see how it would be if I actually had somebody else to throw opinions off of, things like that. So this is something new, just to try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. The first thing I wanted to talk about was actually something that happened to me today at work. And I just wanted to get your opinion on this because it's, to be honest, it was a little ridiculous.
All right, let me hear it.
Obviously, you could see the whiteboard up here, so I'm gonna try to illustrate this as best as possible. So I woke up today at around 10, maybe 9:30, whatever. I go into work at about 11,
All
and I get
right.
a text from my boss, and he's asking me, "Hey, before you come into work, I need you to pick up some rolls here." So we're gonna draw some rolls right here, whatever. He needs these rolls for meatball subs. Here are like the meatball subs.
Good
He
choice.
needs
Good choice on
he,
his part.
he needs he needs that he needs the rolls for the meatball subs. He does go on to say later in the text that he needs he just wants rolls for the meatball subs. He goes, I need one for you, me, Chris, whatever. So I'm like,
At
okay.
least he had you in mind, Brian. At least he
Yeah,
had you
I
in
mean,
mind.
that is fair. That is fair. But to but I guess I just have to go on with the story. So, I go through my morning, I eat my breakfast, I put my clothes on, I leave the house, I go to the corner store, and I pick up the rolls. And while I'm there, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna go out of my way to get these rolls. I might as well get a couple extra just in case something happens and they mess up with one of the rolls or something.
Yeah, smart thing.
Definitely,
Smart thinking.
definitely something that normal people do.
Yeah, I
So I
agree
get the
entirely.
rolls. They were like $5. Each roll was like $1. So in total, I got five rolls. I got five rolls. Nothing crazy. So
I mean,
then,
it's a safe amount.
yeah, I get the rolls. I go to work. I walk in. I go into my boss's office, and I show him the bag, and I go, "Hey, where do you want this?" And he looks at me with the dumbest face I think I've ever seen, and he goes, "Why do you have so many rolls?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, I specifically only asked you for three rolls. Mind you, in the text, he's just said he needed rolls, rolls for the meatball subs, and I got the rolls. In fact, I got him extra rolls, so I don't even understand what the problem is. So
It's
then
not
we go
coming out of
on.
his pocket. I don't see why he's complaining.
No, he was gonna reimburse me the money too, but it was ridiculous. So then we go on to argue for a couple minutes, whatever. And then it ends up getting to me, like it ends up escalating to the point where I go, you know what, Jake, if you don't want to reimburse me the $5, don't worry about it, it's not that big of a deal. And he goes, I never said that. I never said that. I was like, well, it really seems like it because I don't know why it's such a big deal that I got two extra rolls. Like, I mean, I need your opinion on this. Am I the Antichrist for getting two extra rolls when he specifically asked for three rolls?
I don't see where the specific amount of roles was stated in the
No,
conversation
actually, here, I'm gonna open my
or
phone.
the
I'm
transaction.
gonna I'm gonna open my phone and I'm gonna read the exact text message. Also, really weird. He he sends text messages like they're emails. Like he'll put a little subject, he'll put a couple indents, the actual message, and then he'll sign off on the text message. You could tell how old this guy really is. I love
My
him.
guess is
I
around
love him.
60.
I love this guy, but he could be a little annoying. Brian, before you come in today, please stop at L Bombs to pick up either a long bread or round rolls for meatball sandwiches. Chris, you and me. I will reimburse you. Thank you.
Mhm. There still was not a defined number
In
amount of rolls.
That's what I'm saying. I
I
just
I think 5 rolls was a safe bet. Some errors may have occurred, maybe a meatball or two on the floor, maybe an improper cut. I don't think you're the Antichrist here.
I was beyond angry to the point where I didn't even eat any of the meatball subs.
Now
I
that's
just
your
did not.
mistake right
I
there.
just did not. I just couldn't eat lunch with him at that point because at that point I knew we just would have we would have kept on arguing about it.
I think you should have just taken a meatball sub and went on with your day.
I mean, maybe maybe I lashed out a little too much, but I don't know. I feel like getting extra rolls was not a problem, and he made it into a problem. Ugh,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, well, I talked about my day for a little bit. So how about you? How has your day been going so far?
Solid day, rested up, slept in a little, spoiled myself with the week off of school.
Oh yeah,
Uh
I forgot about that.
got back into the gym today,
Hmm.
the usual.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Uh
the usual.
that's about
I
it.
understand that you're a hockey player.
I am indeed a hockey player.
What position do you play?
I'm currently undetermined in position as is my first season with the high school, but I
Hmm.
will most likely be a right winger as I am right-handed and very strong on my right side.
Okay, okay. I guess that all sounds good, considering I don't really know anything about hockey.
Yeah, yeah. It's a difficult sport to understand.
You have any plans for the rest of the week or just the same old same old?
Relax and work on Thursday. About it. A little bit more gym time and yeah.
Okay.
I'll sum up my fall break.
All right. Well, while I'm doing this really quickly, I do want to encourage the viewers to make sure that they subscribe and they like the video and share it with a friend. It helps the channel a lot, and I also really appreciate it.
Yeah, I could see it could go a long way.
Definitely.
It's 3 buttons for them. It's knowing that you're supported for you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you could see I've created a little list for both sides.
All
Yeah,
right.
just put a line in between. And this is my side, and this is your side. Whatever.
All right. All right.
Okay, we are going to be ranking the top 5 things that are red.
It's a
Any
good
red
topic.
thing, the only criteria is they have to be red.
All right. I'll let you go first. You're the host.
Okay, okay. I think my first pick, I'm gonna have to go with the apple.
Solid pick. It's
Probably my
good. It's
favorite
a good
fruit.
pick.
Completely
Uh,
red.
in my number one slot, I think I'm gonna have to go YouTube.
Oh, the YouTube logo.
I think that's a
You know,
solid pick.
I'll give you like YouTube in itself. Okay, that's
I think
actually a
it's a
really
so-
good
I
pick.
think it's a solid pick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
All right, all you.
All right. Hmm. What's something else that's red? Uh, I'm actually having a hard time thinking of things that are red now I'm actually thinking about it.
All right, take all the time you need.
I'm gonna with my second pick,
Mm-hmm.
I hmm, I'm gonna go with the New York Giants alternate red uniforms.
That's a great pick. Those uniforms are stunning.
I'm actually surprised you know what uniforms I'm talking about.
I may not know a lot about football, but I do know a
Oh, look at
decent
that
chunk of the
K.
Giants. For my second pick, I think I'm gonna go Netflix. It's a safe option.
They're getting all
Can do wonders for
getting all the streaming
for
services.
couples. It's a good option. Pretty solid shows.
Uh,
Not so good on the movies, but
I mean, the
can't complain.
movies are all right, I guess.
Cannot complain about Netflix. You're
All
up.
right, my third pick. Hmm, something red. Something red. It's crazy. I came up with this idea, and I'm having a hard time actually thinking of things. I have a, I have my pick, and my
All
third
right,
round pick. I'm gonna
let's
go with
hear it.
Monday Night Raw specifically. Yeah, no, just Monday Night Raw.
I'm unfamiliar with the topic. Is that wrestling?
It's the Monday Night Raw for WWE.
Mm,
Everything on the brand is red,
Gotcha.
especially with Survivor Series coming up. Got the red versus the blue brand. So I got the red brand.
I'm gonna take a strong one here. For my round three pick, I actually have a leftover wrapper of one. I'm gonna go with the Kit Kat.
Kick. Okay,
Go with the Kit Kat. Very solid.
that's
Milk
actually not
chocolate, some
bad.
wafer. Very good combination. Strong combo.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a top tier candy. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to piggyback off of that idea, and I'm gonna have to go with the Swedish Fish.
Oh, it's a great choice.
Definitely
Amazed
my
it's this
favorite candy.
low.
Well, to be
Amazed it.
fair, I
That
haven't.
is a worldwide favorite.
I mean, I can only imagine how popular it is in Sweden.
You're not wrong. All right, I'm gonna appeal to a large crowd here. As soon as you're done writing that,
All right.
I'm gonna take the hot Cheetah.
See, I'm not the biggest fan. I understand a lot of people are, but not
I'm a
a fan.
spice enjoyer, so I'm gonna take a solid pick there with the hot Cheeto. I know many out there can agree.
Okay, okay. All right, my last pick in the all red draft.
Let's hear
Hmm,
it.
my, what- I got it. Might be a little. I don't know how it fell this low, especially with the Christmas season coming up. Do you know what guides Santa's sleigh throughout the night?
Rudolph's nose.
Rudolph's nose. I'm taking Rudolph's red nose.
That's a bold pick. It's a
Mm,
bold pick.
I don't know. I don't know how to spell Rudolph, so I'm just gonna put nose there.
Uh, for my fifth pick, uh, I think most fall under this. I'm gonna go with the Old Spice deodorant brand. Actually, they're
Ah,
all their men's cleansing products.
Old
It
Spice.
keeps you smelling fresh. Very pleasing to look at. I have to go with those.
I've
Yeah, that's my
definitely,
pick.
I've definitely used Old Spice before. Definitely a nice pick. All
It's a
right,
good
and I
pick.
guess that's our draft.
Any other drafts?
Not that I have currently. I mean,
I
unless you
I
have an
have one.
idea.
I do have one. I have one.
Okay, let me just erase these really quickly.
Go one more draft and then we can move on to something else.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
All right.
I guess while I'm erasing this, let's hear it.
I'm gonna go with the Halloween handouts. Anything given out on Halloween night.
Ooh. Okay, okay. I can do that.
I think it's a solid pick. I think it's a solid tier list.
I know what I just realized. Instead of actually drawing those things, I could have just put text boxes. That would have been useful. Ugh.
That's fine.
Okay. But did I have first pick last time? So you get first pick.
All right. Starting off high. We're gonna go. We're gonna go with the M&Ms. It's a classic. Most houses give it out. I think it's
Mm,
a good pick. Definitely a fan favorite candy.
I mean, I don't know if that's a number one overall pick, but definitely a good candy. Definitely good candy.
It's a good candy all around.
Ugh. What am I gonna put at what am I gonna put at number one? The first candy that comes to mind has got to be Hershey chocolate bars.
I can agree. It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
Let's put chocolate. Excuse my horrible spelling.
It's all right.
All right, your pick.
My next pick, it's gonna be a bit of a stretch. This is one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with the York bar.
I've literally never even heard of that. What is that?
Oh, it's a nice milk chocolate disc with a minty interior. It's delicious.
You know,
It's a great treat and keeps your breath
I'm
smelling
just gonna have to
fresh.
take I'm just gonna have to take your word for it.
You ever been to Olive Garden?
Yes.
You know those mint bars they give you at the end of the meal?
Ah, okay.
It's that, but better.
Hmm, maybe I gotta try it. Still don't know if that's number two worthy though.
For me, it is delicious.
You know, I guess this list is based off of opinion. All right. Well, for my second pick, I'm gonna have to go with the Milky Way.
It's a solid pick. It's a solid pick.
Milky Way is definitely
Not my top five, but
it's
pretty good one.
actually a candy that I've gotten into recently,
Mm. All right,
so
all right.
I feel like I have to put that pretty high up on the list.
For my number three, what do I want on the night of All Hallows Eve? Uh, you know what? I think I'm going to go for. Give me the Skittles. Give me Skittles. I think Skittles is a good pick.
Skittles actually isn't a bad pick. That could even be pretty high on the list. I don't know how it fell that
I'm gonna put
low.
it at the mid ground.
You got the M&Ms and the Skittles. Interesting. All right, am I three? Talk. I put this in my red tier list, so I gotta put it in my candy. Swedish Fish,
A good pick. It's a good Halloween treat.
definitely my favorite candy. All right, your pick.
For my number four, I'm gonna go a big contender in the candy industry. I'm gonna go for the Three Musketeer bar.
Mm. Now, personally, I've never actually tried it, but
Delicious. You gotta.
I know a couple people that like it.
Very good. Very good flavor.
All right, my number four. I guess all I gotta say is, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Because I know I would put it at number four on my
Is that
tier.
really a Halloween handout though?
It's candy, right?
No, it's ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a guy. I've seen it been hand out at Halloween before. So I mean, personally, I consider it candy. That might be a little bit of a controversial pick.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. It's a stretch, but I'll give it to you.
All right,
I would do many things for a Klondike bar.
exactly. See,
My
if
final pick, I'm gonna go for one of the most underrated things of all time.
hmm,
Halloween pretzels.
that's actually a good pick. Gotta go with the Pretz.
I think that's a great pick. Just the right amount of salt. Never too hard, never too chewy. A perfect mix.
No, yeah,
Personally, the Utz. The
definitely,
Utz,
definitely. Also, really, they really get the salt perfect on those.
very well salted.
All right, my last pick. Hmm. This could either save my draft or kill my draft. Hmm. Oh, I'm looking at both lists, and I don't know how this is gonna be the last pick.
I'm waiting.
Give me the Kit Kat.
It's a solid pick. I didn't really
Give
want to
me the
reuse it.
Kit Kat.
It is one of the Halloween champions. I will give it that. It's a good pick.
Getting that at five, that's a steal.
Very low for a Kit Kat.
That's insanely
But
low.
when Hershey's on the list, you can see why.
You know what? That's true. That's true. All
Clap
right.
it up. It's a good board. Let's clap it up for the board. We got some good picks here. All right.
Definitely nice. Definitely nice.
What's our next segment? Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess the one of the last things I just kind of wanted to talk about. I know that you are part of the marching band at your high school. Is that correct?
I am indeed. I know you're part of the staff of my marching band.
I am. But I kind of just wanted to get your input on how the season went and how just any expectations that you had and if they were met or if they were exceeded, just to get your thoughts on what happened.
You know, this year is fifth year in the marching band. Uh, didn't have the highest hopes coming out of last season, Beatlemania. It was a nice season. It was a fun show, but wasn't as much of a crowd pleaser as some of the ones before. I've been there for this
Definitely
would
agree.
I've been there since seventh grade. Currently a junior in high school. Uh, I mean, we had some real hits. We had Viva La Cultura, great Latin show, very entertaining. We had a show based off Queen's greatest hits. But
Mm,
going into the road trip, first couple rehearsals, they scared me honestly. A lot of those rookies did not know what they were doing. I was a little nervous. I thought such a great show was going to go to waste.
yeah,
But being section leader, I really tried to push my brass, and I think I did. A lot of my brass guys worked very hard. We had a Brian, not you, but another Brian. He was
yeah.
a alternate last year. He came in, hit his dot almost every time. I love that kid with all my heart.
Mm,
Uh, we had it was a great season. Had an undefeated streak. We won
yeah.
our first Ludwig user title. It's a very large competition at the MetLife Arena, as well as winning our very first state championship and breaking our score record that day with a 92.7. Our original highest being 91.4. And then we were really aiming for the win at nationals, but we were just shy. So very very proud of the season. Broke another record that day too, coming in second place in the nation with a final season score of 94.3. Couldn't ask for more. I was very proud of the improvement in my rookies, and I'm excited for what's to come next year for my last year in the band.
Yeah, the next year will be your sixth and your final year. Definitely bittersweet, right?
Looking forward to it, and don't want it to happen yet.
I think one thing about the season that you did forget to mention was that this was also the first year in recent memory for. I mean, I don't know if this has ever happened in our history, but this was actually the first time where we actually didn't have a drum major conducting or on the podium. He was
That is a
actually
good point.
marching on the field.
We did have a marching drum major, Aiden Carr, great player, phenomenal player, much better than me.
Yeah,
He wa-
definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say
Definitely put a
much.
lot of heart and soul into the
I
band.
mean, I wouldn't say much better. Everybody contributed as
Everyone
much as
contributed,
everybody
but
else.
he's one of the ones that stood out. He took himself off a podium, which is the main job of the drum major, and put himself on the field. Really felt like a leader, not as much as a boss as other drum majors in the past.
Yeah, he's definitely been the best drum major that we've
Oh, 100%.
the best drum major that I've seen ever.
Same. I couldn't
And
agree more.
I think the accolades just from this year definitely prove that also.
Oh, definitely. He definitely made the band more of a family than just a
For
hobby.
for the viewers that are watching and aren't aware of what happened during our season, I know Aiden mentioned it briefly, but we actually did end up winning our state championship. We ended up finishing first in the state of New Jersey.
For the first time in PHSMB history.
Yeah, for the first time, we brought a title. We actually brought two titles. We won at the MetLife Ludwig User Classic, and I believe we got a score of 75 point something.
I believe it was 75.6.
The reason why the score is so low there is just because of how early in the season that competition was, but also a very major competition. And also, not to mention at nationals, we were point 0.3 behind the first place band in the nation. So definitely a very. I mean, I wouldn't even say good season. It's definitely just more of a historic season that leaves a legacy behind.
Very historic, phenomenal season. Glad everyone that was there was there. Really couldn't have been done without him.
Yeah, everybody definitely contributed more than anybody ever thought that anybody expected them to,
Oh,
especially the rookies.
yeah, those rookies, they were too, they did not expect it to be as much of a challenge, but they got there.
Yeah, for sure.
And damn, are we proud.
And I guess that brings me on to my next topic,
All right, let's hear it.
predictions for the show next year.
Um,
I know it's really, really early, and we kind of have nothing to go off of, but it doesn't hurt to guess.
it's hard to guess. I'm either leaning towards another cover show
Mhm.
or just a complete curveball that no one would ever be able to predict.
Okay, well, if you were to choose a cover band show, which band would do you think it would be?
Uh, in the past, I believe the high school's done Led Zeppelin.
Hmm.
So we've hit rock, we've hit R&B with Queen. We did the Beatles, so we've done the classics. I think a good solid option would be I don't know, maybe a Beach Boys show,
It's not a bad pick.
maybe more of a modern show. I know they tried that in I believe what 2016, 2017.
Um, I don't even know what show that was.
I believe it was called Playlist Dance or Dance Mix.
Oh, yeah. But those were just kind of covers of popular songs on the radio. Wasn't really like a focus of one specific band or genre, even in that matter.
That's fair. No, I have high hopes for next season. I know our staff knows what
Definitely.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Know our drill designer, great man, taught me a lot of things I never thought I'd be able to learn.
One of the best ever to do it, for
One
sure.
of the original to ever do it.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I think that's pretty much everything that I have that I really wanted to talk about. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add or speak on or anything
Uh,
like that.
no, I think it was a good cast, good topics. Felt very intriguing throughout. I
Yeah.
hope the viewers at home enjoy it.
Yeah, I wanted to try something a little different. I wanted to I know I usually talk about sports on this podcast, but it's nice to kind of get away from that for just a little bit
Yeah,
and just kind of
I never
test
think
the
changing
waters.
something up's a bad idea.
Oh, for sure. Especially with the type of in parentheses audience that I have right now. Just trying to break through and kind of find what is entertaining for people.
I
So,
agree entirely.
yeah, for sure. I mean, hell, even maybe next time that I have you on the podcast, we can talk about sports and just get your opinions on things that you don't know.
Maybe I'll do some research.
Maybe, maybe. All right.
Nah,
Well, before I let you go, I do want to remind the viewers if they made it to this point to please subscribe and to please like the video and share it with a friend and comment something down below. It helps the channel a lot. It helps push the video out to more people. I know I would appreciate it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in another episode tomorrow. I do not know if Aiden will be in tomorrow's episode, but we'll see. Aiden,
alright.
thank you for coming on. Any
Pleasure's all
last
mine.
words?
Thanks for the invite.
All right. Well, signing off. See you tomorrow.
Peace.